Taimur Nabili with the top stories here on Al Jazeera. The White House says it remains committed to shutting down Guantanamo Bay prison by January of next year, despite a delay in its self-imposed deadline for coming up with a new detention policy. President Obama had ordered a review of detention, interrogation and prisoner transfers, but the reports on those issues, due to have been published on Tuesday, have now been delayed by up to 6 months. The only surviving gunman from last November's attacks in Mumbai has confessed in court after spending months denying his guilt. Ajmal Kasab told the Indian court he'd been recruited by a Pakistani militant group while he was looking for training to become a professional robber. 166 people were killed in 3 days of violence in Mumbai. Japan's Prime Minister Taro Aso has dissolved parliament and called national elections for next month. Aso says he wants to seek a new mandate, but analysts say his Liberal Democratic Party is likely to lose power after a string of defeats in local and special elections. The LDP has ruled Japan almost continuously for more than 50 years. Peru's former president, Alberto Fujimori, has been sentenced to another 7.5 years in prison, this time for embezzlement. He was convicted of giving millions of dollars in state funds to his spy chief to head off a coup. Last year, he was sentenced to 25 years for authorizing his security forces to carry out killings and kidnappings. Australia's foreign minister is due at the ASEAN meeting in Thailand and is expected to address China's recent arrests of workers from the Rio Tinto mining company. Stephen Smith wants to speak to his Chinese counterpart. Australian Stern Hu and 3 other Rio Tinto employees were arrested in Shanghai earlier this month, accused of bribing executives from Chinese steel mills to get access to industry data. The U.S. Defense Secretary Robert Gates says 22,000 new troops will be added to the U.S. Army to meet the requirements of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. That'll raise the total number of U.S. soldiers to 569,000. It's the second time Secretary Gates has increased the size of the army since taking office at the end of 2006. Stay tuned to our website for all the latest news updates. The address aljazeera.net/English.